Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you're doing well. What are we talking about today? Well, what do we talk about every day? We talk about money. We talk about the ability to make decisions. We talk about critical thinking. And ultimately, the goal is to teach you the mindset and the skills that you need to ride economic boom so that you can start building generational prosperity. Now, the fundamental problem that I see is that people are consistently chasing money instead of strategically going about hunting money in a way that actually can get you the type of cash that you're looking for. So welcome to my live stream. This is highly educational, this is informational, and this is not entertainment. So if you're looking for entertainment, I suggest you keep scrolling because you're not going to find what you're looking for here. Next, those of you who are new to my live stream, what I would like to suggest is that if you're new here for the first time, please listen very closely, please focus. Refrain from commenting and focus more on listening and tapping the screen. Because if you don't understand the vibe that I got going on here, you run the risk of getting muted and or blocked. So I'm going to repeat. Hello, James. Welcome. If you have not participated in my live stream before, it's heavily mentally focus. So if you're not used to that, just listen and tap the screen. If you engage in conversations in my live stream that distracts my audience, more than likely you're going to be blocked. Last but not least, those of you who know me, you know what the deal is, you know how this operates. Please focus, please tap the screen, please give comments. Now, guys, this is intense stuff that I'm going over. Thank you, Metals. This is intense information that I'm going over. My goal is to challenge the way you think and the way that you approach earning money and getting money. If you play with me, you run the risk of not being in this live stream. I'm going to repeat. If you try me, if you test me, you will not have access to this information. So you choose how important generational prosperity is to you. I have a moderator. Please ignore my moderator and focus on me. All right, now let's get started. Yesterday we had a very interesting live stream yesterday, and today is going to be no different. Let's get started. Record profits and sales. Netflix. We all know Netflix, right? Netflix is worldwide. Netflix is reporting nearly 1,000 and what? Stop. Price? Netflix is reporting a $1,000 stock price. Now, Netflix had its best quarter ever in Q1. It's posing as a safe haven. I'm going to pause here. I'm talking about Netflix, not because I'm recommending Netflix. I'm talking to you about Netflix because I want you to understand money flow. I want you to understand the money game. And I want you to be able to understand what is happening in front of your face. So I'm going to repeat this. I am talking about Netflix sales, Netflix stock price, not because I'm telling you this is where you should go. I am using Netflix as an example to illustrate to you some of the BS that's circling around you right now so that you don't get caught up in these money traps that keep you broke money. Do you understand me? I want to make sure you understand me before I go forward, because this first story, I'm just beginning. Tap that screen if you understand what I'm saying. Tap that screen. I am talking about Netflix, not because Netflix is the place to go. I'm talking about Netflix because I want you to see the shenanigans that happens in the money game, okay? Now, if you've been watching me, they told you that the Swiss franc was a safe haven. They told you that the yen was a safe haven. They told you that banks were a safe haven. They told you the stock market was on sale like a McDonald's Happy Meal. They told you. Next, they're telling you Netflix is a safe haven. Now, Netflix has some benefits, and I'm going to tell you what I see. But anytime, every day of the week, the news, the media, and whomever else you're listening to is changing what a safe haven is. Can it possibly be a safe haven if every single day they're telling you to go someplace else? Listen to what I'm saying. They told you the Swiss franc, that was the ish. They told you the yen, that's the place to be. They told you to put your money in China. You were safe there. They told you to put your money in Pinterest and Reddit. They said Pinterest and Reddit was a better buy than Mag 7. Now, if you can make sense of that, you let me know. Now they're saying Netflix. Netflix is a safe haven. Anybody who earns money, you understand what opportunity comprised of. Opportunity is comprised of risk and reward. If you have a safe haven, that means you're earning no money. I'm going to repeat. Anybody who's a real business woman or man, you understand if you got to stack cash, there has to be an element of risk to justify the reward. And if they're telling you to put your money into Netflix because it's a safe haven, let me tell you who it is a safe haven for. It is a safe haven for Netflix and its executives. I'm going to repeat. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They are spinning the wheel of fortune on your money. And today is the day that they have selected Netflix. Yesterday was Reddit and Pinterest. Now today is Netflix. That makes me suspicious because a safe haven is a safe haven. And if Pinterest cannot be a safe haven for more than 24 hours, that means Pinterest was not a safe haven. They are pumping up Pinterest. They are pumping up Reddit. And now they're telling you to put your money in Netflix. Now, let me tell you why. Do you want to know why I think they're using Q1 stats of Netflix to convince you that this is where you should put your money? If you want to know what I think, tap that screen. Tap that screen. You're not tapping. If you're not going to tap, you got to scroll. You choose. There will be some multitasking in my live. Either you tap and you get this information or you use your finger and scroll. I am a demanding woman. Let me tell you why. If you invest in Netflix stock, that sends the value of Netflix stocks higher. If you send the value of Netflix stock higher, you're not going to make as much money as the executives and or the owners of Netflix. So every time they tell you this is a safe haven to put your money in, you are essentially getting peanuts and scraps. Now, if you're watching my live stream, you understand the purpose of my live stream is to help you stack this cash, tap this cash, and stash this cash. I don't stack peanuts. I don't stash scraps. So when they're telling you to put your money into Netflix because they had great Q1 profits, Q1 was yesterday. I'm sorry. That's like me telling you, look, I was hot back in the day. I was hot back in the day. And because I was hot back in the day, you should come date me because I was hot back in the day. Netflix profits from Q1 does not have a damn thing to do with Q2 right now. Because let me tell you what's happening in Q2 right now. You got tariffs. You got export bans. You have NVIDIA losing billions of profits every single day. So when people are telling you to put your money in a company based upon past performance, I'm telling you that's an old money system, old money paradigm that no longer works. Now, if you are investing for the next 50 years, you do that. If you want your money tied up for the next 50 years in the midst of a recession, you do that. But where I'm from, cash is king. Cash is king, especially when markets do not know what they're doing, where they're going, and institutional and analysts do not know what the hell they're talking about 1 minute to the next. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, what does this mean? You have consistently seen, if you've watched me, you have consistently seen the market get pumped and the market get dumped. I don't care if it's the currency market, Mag 7, whatever you're doing. You are watching them milk this money like it's a cow that just gave birth. They're milking it. If you can't milk this money and the way that they're milking this money, you got to pause when you're dealing with your cash, okay? Now, Netflix, let me tell you why Netflix is doing so well. Netflix is doing well because they offer a digital product. And anyone who watches my live stream, I tell you at the end of my live stream, digital money is real money. Netflix earns digital money. Now, if you've been listening to me, I've already put you on game on how you can earn digital. Been listening to me. I've already put you on game on how you can earn digital money and a six-figure income earning skill set. But I want you to understand, Netflix has a digital product. It doesn't mean that Netflix is adding real value. Netflix is increasing its prices every time it sneezes and or farts, and their shows have no originality and they suck. That's what I said because that's what you heard. Now, you don't have to agree with me, but the edge that Netflix has is the fact that it offers a digital product during a time that when you have a good, your good is being impacted by tariffs. I'm going to repeat this. The edge that Netflix has is that it does not offer a physical good. And because it offers a digital product, it is able to basically skirt. I don't care if it's worth $800. I don't give a damn how much one share of Netflix is worth. Netflix is worth $800 because people like you are putting your money in Netflix as it's a safe haven. Now, if you understand how the markets play, just because something has a valuation of $800, look at what happened to how the markets play. Just because something has a valuation of $800, look at what happened to NVIDIA. NVIDIA woke up, went to sleep, and lost billions of dollars. So whoever put that comment in my live stream, thank you, but no thank you. Just because Netflix stock is worth $800 right now is based on your confidence, your feelings, your belief. Does it mean that Netflix can compete with real Hollywood? Not in my opinion, but we can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree. What is Netflix offering that's revolutionary? You see, when Netflix came on the game, Netflix put Blockbuster out of business. Netflix is offering nothing profound. Netflix is offering nothing profound. If you don't believe me, what are they inventing? They're creating movies that AI has created that makes no sense, have a weak plot line, and I swear to you, I have better nightmares than that. We don't have to agree. I'm just telling you what put Netflix on the board was its technology, was its business model. What has it done besides lay off real script writers? I'm sorry, y'all mad? Why you mad? Welcome to my live stream. I told you I was going to challenge you. Netflix was a part of the tech boom because it had a revolutionary business model. Since that tech boom, what is Netflix doing that is absolutely revolutionary? Not a damn thing. Every title in their offering has the word "the" in front of it. The this, the that, the mom, the dad, the dog, the cat. If you think that's revolutionary, my live stream is not for you. You can like it. You can like it, gringo. But what I'm telling you from a money flow perspective, from money flow, real money comes from innovation. Netflix happens to exist at a time where we're having tariff wars and a number of other things happening, and they happen to be benefiting from the fact that they offer a digital product. They offer a digital product. So is Netflix truly a safe haven? I don't know. If you believe in putting your money in a mattress or a goddamn piggy bank, you do that. Now, why am I talking to you about this? I'm talking to you about this because my live stream is about money flow. Because you have real trailblazers and real technological innovation being halted because of licenses, because of policies, because of trade wars, Netflix is now able to swoop in and get some of this money flow that's flowing away from NVIDIA, that's flowing away from ChatGPT, and that's flowing away from Tesla because there's economic policies that's being put in place that's causing money to leave them. And Netflix is swooping in, swooping in to get some of this money. Now, is Netflix a safe haven? It's a safe haven for the shareholders and or the executives. But anyone who understands the value of investing in a company, you know you invest in a company because of the innovations, the technology, the research and development that is doing. Offering mediocre shows and increasing prices every 2 weeks is not a hardcore business strategy. They are looting you off of past greatness. And for right now, they're convenient. All they need is someone with a real script writer and some innovation, and Netflix will be threatened. Their money game will be threatened. All right, now back to it. 2.9 billion in net income. They got net income just because they're Netflix. I want to be real. Netflix is earning this money, net income. They got net income just because they're Netflix. I want to be real. Netflix is earning this money because people like me who are traveling around the world need something to watch. But if I had access to better shows, I would not be paying for Netflix. I'm going to repeat this. I'm in Asia right now. I watch Netflix because I do not have access to what I want. But if I could, I would cancel them. Okay? So they had 2.9 billion in net income. They had 10.4 billion last quarter. But listen, they lost 10 billion last quarter, huh?
They gained 10.
They gained 10 billion last quarter. So guys, they're gaining money. They're gaining money. I'm not impressed, but I'm a difficult woman. I believe in innovation. I believe in trailblazing. I believe in people who are pioneers. Netflix used to be a pioneer. Netflix is no longer a pioneer. Netflix is sitting on its big juicy bum, and they're making money off of that. That is what Netflix is doing. That is called opportunity, and that's called right timing. And if anyone knows anything about money, you know timing is critical to your money flow. Are we good? You stop tapping the screen. I know I make you upset. I know I make you upset. Welcome to my live stream. Some of you can't understand how a stock is worth $800 and a woman that's on TikTok is telling you BFD. If you don't understand why I'm telling you, hi Valerie, BFD on Netflix stock price, that tells me that you do not understand the business and economic fundamentals that put Netflix on the map. I'm going to repeat this. Netflix has plateaued. Netflix is increasing prices because of inefficiencies. Listen to me. Netflix is increasing prices. Why? Because of inefficiencies. Then by what? Here's the deal. The savage, you're going to be mute or blocked. Let me tell you why you're going to be mute or blocked. Because I told you my live stream is to teach you how to look at things differently, critical thinking skills, so you can decide what to do with your money. The problem is that everybody keeps trying to tell you what to do with your money, and you don't understand that it's your money. It's your responsibility. It's your prosperity. It's your future. If you keep letting people tell you what to do with your money, it's not your money. I'm going to repeat that. You keep looking for people to tell you where to put your money. People who earn real money do not let other people tell them what to do about their prosperity. And if you're watching me, the goal is to get you to bust the hell up and be able to make decisions about what you do with your money. If you want me to tell you what to do with your money, give me your money. It's my money. Your money becomes my money. What we doing? You understand me? Grow the hell up, grow some balls, own your wallet, and own your prosperity. Moving on. What is an AI supercomputer? Oh, last thing. Netflix is seen as recession-proof. Netflix is seen as recession-proof. It has a strong subscription model and it's critical entertainment. Blah, blah, blah. I'm moving on. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore. What is an AI supercomputer? An AI supercomputer is really, really important. And why is Trump talking about an AI supercomputer? Supercomputers basically perform calculations and simulations faster than normal computers, okay? Normal computers use CPUs. Supercomputers basically have been around since the 1960s. AI supercomputers trains AI models for high performance using hundreds, thousands of GPUs. Now, Trump announced NVIDIA would build AI supercomputers in the US and boosting US operations. Listen, guys, if you watched me yesterday, I told you money is falling. Thank you, Patricia. Money is falling from NVIDIA. Okay? Money is falling from NVIDIA. NVIDIA was able to sell an H20 accelerator chip to China. It was a low performing chip. A policy was put in place within the last 36 hours, a government policy was put in place that basically essentially banned NVIDIA from being able to sell this low performing chip to China. All right, because the whole thing was we did not want to help China develop a supercomputer. Now, I told you, if you've seen Shanghai and you've been to Shanghai, you know damn well they got a few computers. They got some supercomputers. They got some super duper uber computers. So the fact that NVIDIA was being a version of banned from selling one of their H20 chips in fear of China getting a supercomputer, no. That was a block. That was a cash block. Now, what did that mean for NVIDIA? Well, NVIDIA, its value, its market cap dropped. Poof, poof, poof. So when you told me Netflix has an $800 share stock, I'm telling you, so the fuck what? Because if you've been watching NVIDIA, you've seen NVIDIA lose market cap by the minute. By the minute. All because someone changed their mind about, I know, Joe, they're not reading between the lines, because someone changed their mind about a titan, a tech titan in our country. They stopped them from being able to do sales. Now, what's happened today? Well, because we basically cash blocked NVIDIA now has a carrot being dangled in front of its face. NVIDIA's being told, yeah, I know you've lost about a few hundred billion of your market cap. And I just knocked you down. The top 10 list of one of the richest companies in the world. But hey, good news. You can build AI supercomputers for the US. I'm sorry. NVIDIA was probably going to do that anyway. So you offered this company nothing. This company has been around for over 20 years. You've basically sucked their money. You have opened up an opportunity for other regions of the world to sneak in, to get ahead on this AI game. And AI was supposed to be one of our main meal tickets out of this economic recession. I'm going to repeat. The stock market, institutions, and people were relying on AI and digital technologies to pull us out of this recession. They are talking out of both sides of their face. You take away billions of market cap from a company that's a titan, that's a revolutionary, that's pioneer, that's critical to so many other tech businesses, and you offer them a crumb. You offer them crumbs, thinking that we don't see you. I see you. NVIDIA sees you. Their share price sees you. Their stockholders see you. And everybody who is a fan of NVIDIA sees you. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You see, guys, when it comes to money, if you sleep on this money, if you impact the flow of money, you are crippling one of your best competitors in the world. When you cripple or restrict innovation and you stop the flow of information, don't you understand the impact? Anyone who studied history, you understand the value of trade routes. When trade routes like the Silk Road opened, it changed the world. It improved education, it improved medicine, languages moved, goods moved. That was money. When you interfere with the flow of money, whether it be through knowledge, whether it be through medicine, whether it be through goods and services, you will restrict the growth of your economy, and you will allow people who understand this to move in. I don't know why people bypass history. History is one of the greatest things that will help you understand human nature, and it will help you understand business and economic cycles. Hi, Levy. You must understand this. Some of you think history is boring. History is only boring because of the people that are teaching you. History is made up of opportunity. Everything that's in your history books, it happened because people wanted money and freedom. I don't give a dang on what they tell you. Money and freedom is what is the basis of what has happened in history. So now NVIDIA's market cap losses are around 270 billion after the Trump administration export controls. NVIDIA has lost nearly $270 billion within days, all because of Trump's administration export controls. Now, when I say export controls, I mean licenses are needed for things that normally did not need a license. Now, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. That's why you should have watched my live stream. Now, some of you are not tapping that screen because you're shocked or confused. Either way, tap, 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 tap. I'm a demanding woman. All right. NVIDIA Thursday losses placed them at 2.47 trillion market cap. NVIDIA has just slid down. Do you know what a company like NVIDIA, what they must be going through right now? You see, one of the reasons why NVIDIA is able to raise capital, domestic and international capital, is because of its pioneering innovations. Companies like NVIDIA get investors because they know that companies like them, they deliver. They deliver value that's present and future tense. So when NVIDIA is losing hundreds of billions of dollars, that causes outside investors to question the worth of NVIDIA. This is not as simple as NVIDIA just losing value on the stock market. This actually impedes their ability to raise money for the technologies that's supposed to pull us out of recession. So when they're telling you to put your money in goddamn Netflix, how is Netflix going to pull us out of a fucking recession? Anybody, you can answer me. How is Netflix going to pull us out of recession when they do not innovate anything? They're playing pool and pogo sticks in Silicon Valley. I love you, Netflix. I love you, Netflix. I love you, Netflix. Okay, I'm from Silicon Valley. But real talk, Netflix, you're not doing it. You and I both know you're not doing it. So how do we get out of this situation where the core foundation of the U.S. is based off of intellectual property? We are known for ideas. We're known for innovations. We're known for changing the world. Not you, Netflix. You lost your day. You lost your glory, Netflix. Okay? Netflix, you have lived past your prime. NVIDIA is one of, do not boycott Netflix. Leave Netflix alone. I'm just saying from perspective, if you're looking for a way that's going to catapult you to the future and to pull our economy out of this economic conundrum, it's companies like NVIDIA that's going to do that. They are creating technologies for the future. Netflix is creating an opportunity for you to hook up for free. You heard me. Netflix is creating opportunities for y'all to hook up for free. NVIDIA is where the money's at. Okay, some of y'all broke. You're broke pimping. You have to understand. No. We're talking about two different things. We're talking about two different things. So I'm telling you, okay, with these new export controls, NVIDIA could see a 15 to 16 billion loss in revenue. Because of these new export controls, NVIDIA could see a 15 to 16 billion loss in revenue. Now, anybody who has money, I want you to imagine losing your money, the value of your account, for something that happened outside of your control. Something coming in impacting your money flow and your ability to raise capital. Because if NVIDIA basically had one of its biggest consumers blocked off from them, imagine someone taking one of your customers away from you, what that would do to your business. That's That's the point of global trade. Global trade means you have an expansive customer base. If your access to consumers who buy your goods are cut off, it just doesn't impact NVIDIA. It actually shrinks the US economy. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? You think NVIDIA is suffering losses. When NVIDIA shrinks, our GDP shrinks. When our GDP shrinks, we have a bigger recession. So you think I'm just squawking at the mouth? No, this is a huge problem, because if NVIDIA is crippled, anybody who relies on NVIDIA for their technology is also crippled. It is a multiplier effect to poverty, to broke money side. All right? Now, at the same time, NVIDIA pledged $500 billion to AI infrastructure in Texas. I want to repeat. NVIDIA, before all this happened, NVIDIA had pledged $500 billion. Foxy, goodbye, Foxy. NVIDIA pledged $500 billion in AI infrastructure in Texas. It is the center of where AI infrastructure is. They pledged $500 billion. Where do you think NVIDIA is going to get that $500 billion for AI infrastructure in Texas if they just suffered hundreds of billions of losses? So NVIDIA loses. How is NVIDIA going to pay for investing in Texas, where the hub of AI technology is happening? That impacts them in Texas. That impacts local businesses in Texas. What do you suggest we do? Stop asking me questions. That's what you do. Rose, goodbye. You guys think you're going to get this information and not do any work. You think I'm going to push your mind, I'm going to push your thoughts, and you get to sit on your royal rump and not have to think, not have to search, not have to execute, and not have to take action? Do you actually think you're going to sit in my live stream and I'm going to mollycoddle you, I'm going to spoon feed you, and I'm going to slap you on the ass and point you in the direction of what you should do? That means you have no money. You don't know how to earn money. You can't get money. You can't keep money. And my live stream is not for you. I speak very directly. This is about money flow. You expect me to hand you information like some version of intellectual welfare, and you expect to be able to ride generational prosperity without you breaking a sweat? That's the problem. Broke money mindsets, new money mindsets. Broke money mindset, new money mindset. You got the wrong live stream. Okay? I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to help you think so you can figure it out. And if you cannot get with this program, you have the right to STFU or scroll. Do we understand each other? You got to do work for money. You want me to tell you about the money, educate you about the money, hand you the money. You have no responsibility. You're not my child. You need to do the work. All right? Deep pockets and data centers are giving Asia an AI edge. Deep pockets and data centers are giving Asia an AI edge. I want you to reflect on what I'm saying. I want you to reflect on what I'm saying. NVIDIA was one, if not one of the best titans for the technology for AI. You are basically watching NVIDIA be put in a timeout with a dunce cap on top of his head in the corner. NVIDIA is being crippled, and what has that done? That's created an opening, a money flow opening away from NVIDIA. So if the administration was worried about our competitiveness with Asia in regards to technology, you just basically cracked it open, busted it open, and now Asia has an AI edge. They have an edge. Now, what does that mean, an edge? That means money. That means they can get ahead. That means China on April 4th put an export ban on critical resources, minerals that are needed for AI technologies in the US. So that means Asia, China, has access to the resources that we needed to create the AI technology, and they're not sending it to us. If you also didn't know, Trump has some type of, what is it called? They are doing research. What is it? They're trying to stockpile. Deep sea metal. We're trying to stockpile deep sea metals so that we don't, or minerals that we don't have to rely on Asia. Do you know how much time, money, and energy it's going to take to get these natural resources for a company like NVIDIA? Every hour that's lost, every day is lost, it sends us light years back. So that means companies and countries that have access to these resources, they get a leg up. They get a lot of legs up. So if the US was worried about us helping our competition, you just basically left the vault open. You left the money vault open. Now, what is a company like NVIDIA supposed to do? You need a license to import one of your lowest performing chips. You're being told, hey, you get to build supercomputers for the US. What? NVIDIA is beyond the US. That is why NVIDIA had a market cap so high. If you restrict NVIDIA to the US, that means NVIDIA's worth gets restricted to the US. That means the US GDP gets restricted to the US. Anytime you cut off customers or free flow, free trade, your income earning ability shrink. The GDP of your country shrinks. That is why global free trade is important, because the more people you have to buy, the more money you can make. If you cut off your consumers from a company, you're actually shrinking the economy of the United States of America. If NVIDIA lost billions in market cap, that means the US lost billions in its market cap. Did you hear me? If NVIDIA is losing billions in market cap, that means the United States of America is losing value. The purpose of foreign investment pouring money into the US is because of companies like NVIDIA. So if NVIDIA is shrinking, it basically causes outside investors to want to put their money someplace else. Are you understanding me? You're understanding me? Now, some of you are saying, why? I might get on that. I may not get on that. But NVIDIA, NVIDIA is not the only one that's shrinking. Everyone else in our companies are going to shrink. So the frontier of AI development is wide open. The frontier of AI development is now wide open because NVIDIA now is not able to engage in business in the way that they've been able to over the last 20 years. They are being restricted. And if NVIDIA is being restricted, it has a direct impact for them to have cutting edge innovation, research, and development. And when NVIDIA cannot perform at its best, it makes countries like Saudi Arabia, Taiwan, Qatar, UAE question why they are investing in the US. Because the US is known for innovation. And if US is not allowed to innovate, they will take their billions and trillions of dollars and they will put it in another country that's allowed to develop these technologies as freely as possible. Okay? Are you with me? Come on, guys, come back to me. This is not that complicated. This is about money flow. Leave your feelings at the door. Thank you. Leave leave your feelings at the door. I need your brain. I don't need your feelings. I need your mind. Okay? I need your mind. Tap that screen if you're ready for me. All right? There's a southern Malaysian state called Johor, and is poised to emerge as a cost-effective and the world's biggest data center corridor. There's a southern Malaysian state who is poised to emerge as a cost-effective and one of the world's biggest data center corridors. Data centers, what is it? Data center training, AI, don't need to be close to customers to operate. Data centers, I'm sorry, I'm reading my talking notes. Data centers do not need to be close to their customers. So you have all these data centers, corridors that are opening up, and it's shifting the game. So it's like one of your gold medalists, gold Olympic medalists, having one of their arms tied behind their back and still expected to win a gold medal, okay? That's what's happening. Malaysia is in the race to provide resources, pushing to be at the forefront of the AI wave. Malaysia has stepped up. Because NVIDIA is struggling, slightly crippled, Malaysia is in the forefront to dominate this AI wave. Malaysia is not in the US. I want y'all to know that. Malaysia is another country. Malaysia is now able to step up because of what's happening in the US to be on the forefront. That's what happened with that's what happens with money flow. Money is leaving NVIDIA, and that money is up for grabs. Money never disappears. Money just shifts and moves. So when a company like NVIDIA is losing their market cap, and ChatGPT will be impacted, and Tesla will be impacted, that money will go someplace. And you have countries like Malaysia that's stepping up. Japan's SoftBank Group recently dropped $500 billion to bankroll Stargate. Listen, guys, if we don't get it together, what's going to pull us out of this recession is not going to be able to pull us out of this recession. There's a certain amount of momentum, energy, money, innovation that is needed to pull such a big economy forward. And if we're being stunted at one of the most critical times that is supposed to take off, we have basically opened the race for our competitors who were lagging behind us to get ahead of us. This is no different than you watching race cars or race horses. If you make one slight mistake, one delay, you open up a passageway for people who were trailing behind you to get ahead of you. It's no different than money. Okay? So AI is set to be market shaking. AI is set to basically beat the success of the Apple iPhone. I want to repeat. AI is on a trajectory to beat the success of the Apple iPhone when it was released. This is humongous. So what does that mean? That means the US is playing with a technological and economic opportunity that's set to be groundbreaking, historically breaking. Why would we jeopardize the opportunity to be a part of something and lead it that is profound, history-making, and life-changing? I'm going to repeat this question. Why would we impact the flow of money and stunt intellectual property and technological advancement in an area, an industry that has so much momentum and so much money? It would blow your mind away. Why would we risk that? Why would we play with that? Those are questions that you must be asking yourself. So while they're sitting here telling you Netflix is safe, Pinterest is safe, banks are safe, the yen is safe, the franc is safe, you're looking at the past instead of paying attention to the present and the future. Do you understand the impact of us falling behind in this AI game? If we do not lead it and or win, that means the US will possibly be at a position to switch roles. Let me explain to you what I mean by switch roles. The U.S. is known for innovation, ideas. If we are not leading innovation and someone else, another country is leading innovation, then we are going to tilt the money scales and we will become a manufacturing exporting country versus a consumer-based country. Listen to me. Money flow means many different things, and how money flows can actually change a country and what it does. The U.S. was able to be a consumer-based economy because we have capitalism and we have free trade, we have democracy. Those notions allowed us to be leaders in innovation that allowed other countries to support us. If we are not leading innovation and someone else is leading innovation and the administration is working to bring manufacturing jobs back, that means we go from being a consumer-based, technologically innovative country to a manufacturing supportive country. Do you understand the goddamn words that came out of my mouth? What does it mean? It means we now become China, and China and Asia become the U.S. You see, what you guys don't understand about history is that some great empires do fall. If you don't play your role, you don't play your part, and you slip up, you muck up, you go from being the Roman Empire to being obsolete. You go from being the British Empire because you did too much, you went too far, you didn't focus on your expertise, and now the British Empire is gone. That's why I talk about history, because one slip up, one move in the wrong direction, and a country that was built off of innovation now becomes a country that is a manufacturing export hub. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Tap that screen. Okay? Okay, so when you guys are asking me what to do with your money, you're in the wrong live stream. I'm here to educate you. I'm here to break open your mind, and I'm here to get you to start thinking about things differently. Okay? You got to ask questions, and you got to listen for what you're being told and what you're not being told. NVIDIA, I keep talking about it because it's a prime example that has a huge impact to the life that you know. And if you value this life, then you will start thinking differently and stop following everything that's put in front of your face, okay? Now, by 2030, AI will add $15 trillion to the global economy. By 2030, that's less than 5 years. AI will add $15 trillion to the global economy. Now, most of that money was supposed to go to the U.S. Hello? Listen to me. AI was supposed to add $15 trillion to the global economy. Most of that money was supposed to be. It was signed up to go to the U.S. until this week. Until this week. We are giving away trillions of dollars because we're not focused on the money. When we're not focused on money and egos and emotions are getting into play, guess what happens? You got other countries and nations that move in. Generative AI is set to be more market shaking than the first iPhone. Generative AI is set to be more market shaking than the first iPhone. If you don't know how much money Apple made on the iPhone, you need to get off my live stream and go do some research. This is huge. This would help us catapult the U.S. I don't know what it means. All I know is money is leaving the U.S., money's leaving NVIDIA, and money is shifting east. And this money is shifting because of policies and decisions that are made that are impacting our GDP, our ability to be competitive, and our ability to be relevant in the future. So if you have no interest in working on factory lines, building computers, building naval ships, building cars, I suggest you start paying attention to what I'm talking to. If you have no interest in getting back on the manufacturing lines because the Trump administration is trying to take us back into the goddamn 1900s, you better listen to me, because I'm not working on no goddamn lines. My behind does not work on the line. Now you need to determine, some of you software engineers, real estate agents, if you're willing to go to a manufacturing job. Because if you're not willing to go to a manufacturing job, then you might want to pay close attention to what's happening to our tech titans. You should also be paying close attention to why some tech companies are receiving more favor than others. You heard me. You have a company like Apple, whose basically market cap fell by 1 trillion. Market cap. Apple is getting favorable trade terms versus NVIDIA. What does that mean? It means the Apple iPhone, which is being made in China, is able to come into the country with tax exemptions. How exactly is an Apple iPhone going to take us into the future? Apple is no different than Netflix. All Apple is doing is releasing a new phone with a better camera and some new apps, and you guys are lining up like it's ice cream in a cone. NVIDIA is changing the game. So none of you are questioning why the Apple iPhone is able to come from China and come into the US with tax exemptions, and NVIDIA needs a license to sell a chip that's going to keep us ahead of the game. Do you understand me? Does that make sense? Why is a cell phone, which is in the past, it's old technology, unless it has a head, legs, and arms, and it can walk next to me like my children, what exactly is an iPhone doing that's revolutionary? Okay, yeah, it scans my face, it recognizes my voice, it tracks all my activity, so Apple's collecting my data, yeah, that's what it does, but beyond that, what is it doing? So when you understand the value of technology, and you understand automations, you understand quantum computing, you understand humanoid robots, you understand cybersecurity, you understand where the future is. Is the Apple iPhone the future? I don't know. Maybe it needs legs, arms, a diaper. Maybe then. If the Apple iPhone can become a humanoid robot, that means if I push a button and the Apple iPhone can transform into a humanoid robot, maybe then we're talking. But until then, the future is in the AI. Apple is struggling to deliver Apple intelligence on the cell phone. So what should you do? How? You determine. All right. AI needs engineering, design, and software, all of which is in the US, and we should focus on what we do best. I'm going to repeat. Engineering, design, and software is what the US does well. And the reason why we've been able to be so successful is because of intellectual property, intellectual capital. And we should continue to do what we do well. If we stop doing what we do well, that means we are basically offering up the quality of life and the GDP that we've become accustomed to. And when we put that up for grabs, you must understand your life that you know will not be what you're accustomed to. Because once you slip up once, it's a quick, slippery slide down that mountain. And then you have watched another great empire, economic empire, just slide down the pecking order. All right. So everyone, for those of you who want to know how to earn digital money, 100% profits, 2-hour work days, daily cash flow, this is the second part of my live stream. Everyone else, I've given you some food for thoughts. I've given you some food for thought in regards to what? Thank you. I've given you some food for thought as far as what it means to have a safe haven. I've given you some food for thought as far as what is happening in front of you right now, as far as what it means. For some reason, whatever, listen to me. I've given you some food for thought as far as what it means to think about things, to consider what it means for economic prosperity. I've given you some thought as far as I've given you some things to think about. The purpose of my live stream is to really help you be able to take ownership and control of your economic future so you can have generational prosperity, okay? That is what's critical. That is what is important. To be able to think, to be able to make decisions, and to be able to own your prosperity. All right. Everyone else, if you're interested in 2-hour work days, 100% profits, and daily cash flow called digital money, stick around. Otherwise, everyone, thank you. Everyone else, thank you. And the people who are staying, please tap that screen and let me know if you're still here. So if you're still here with me, please tap that screen and let me tell you how to get a 6-figure income earning skill set in an industry that's booming. Thank you, Eden. Thank you, everyone. Please tap that screen, let me know. So what am I talking about? I am talking to you about the ability to earn digital money. Now, digital money is not crypto. Thank you, Big D. It is not crypto. Digital money are real 6-figure income earning skills in an industry that is digital. And what industry am I talking to you about? I am talking to you about e-learning. E-learning is a very lucrative industry. It is actually experiencing an economic boom, and the e-learning has no gatekeepers, no licenses, no permits, no education requirements, no work experience requirements. The reason why this industry is so lucrative is because that it's new. Most of you are used to old money systems, meaning you have to fill out a resume, you got to have references, you got to do a background check, you have to have an education, you have to have experience. Those are old money systems that basically keep you broke and struggling. Because of digital technologies, you're actually now able to invest in your own skills and knowledge and use that knowledge to earn a 6-figure income. I want you to listen to me. Most of you could not get ahead. You got ahead, you fell behind, or you sat at the top and you became obsolete. That is an old employee money system that does not work. It does not work because the employment landscape has changed. Wages have been lowered. Opportunities are being cut off. So if you've been wondering, how in Sam hell am I supposed to earn an income if I'm being blocked at every direction? I'm going to tell you. It's the digital industry. The e-learning industry stands for online learning. Online learning, e-learning, is a $1.5 billion daily industry. Now, why am I telling you this? Because I want you to understand the amount of money that is on the table. $1.5 billion daily, and it's projected to become $3 billion by 2027. That is 1.5 daily, going to $3 billion daily within 2 years. So when I talk to you about a 6-figure income earning skill set, you should listen very closely to me. If you are a gardener, a nanny, a housekeeper, you are a nurse, you are a lawyer, you are an accountant, you are a blue-collar worker, you are a driver, I don't care what your typical profession has been. When it comes to digital technologies and digital money in the e-learning industry, that doesn't matter because there's a new skill set that's required to earn a 6-figure income in a digital industry. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a new game. This is a new paradigm. This is a new world order. Now, some of you have heard of digital money and digital products, but the digital products that you're talking about, you earn peanuts. You earn pennies. I don't deal with pennies, I don't deal with peanuts, and I don't deal with scraps. I'm talking about the ability for you to earn $300 plus daily off of an e-learning product that you don't have to create. Now, I just told you, you don't need the education you think you need. You don't need the work experience that you think you need. You understand? Good. Now let me continue. The e-learning industry is projected to double by 2027. Now, how do you get this money? Well, I'm going to tell you how to get this money. When it comes to any economic boom, the steps are the same. You got to have right timing. You have to invest in technology that's yours. You have to get reskilled, which means knowledge, and you have to take action. These are the 4 steps that even rich people follow to ride economic booms. So you're following the same basic formula that a man like Elon Musk or whoever that you admire, this is what they do. They look at timing, they look at the tech, they invest in the right technology, they get knowledgeable about it, and they take action at the right time, and that's how the money flows in. Now, the e-learning industry is like this. You don't have to create anything. Everything has already been created. Let me give you an example. Does anyone know about franchises? Franchises are businesses that basically the founders started. The founders worked on the branding, the location, the design, the interior decorating. The founders of a business that's now franchised did all the hard work to come up with a a successful blueprint so that anyone who wants to buy a franchise, all you got to do is follow a simple money-making blueprint. And that is how franchises make money. Anyone who buys a franchise, you're not creating anything new. You're following the same footsteps that made the original founders successful. Do you get that? Let me know, tap that screen if you understand. So that's like McDonald's, owning a Burger King, owning a Starbucks. You got that, okay. Now I want you to imagine doing this on a digital level. Digital means online. I gave you a brick and mortar example. The same concept works digitally. Now let me give you an example. Let's say there's a university called University of Cloud. Okay, let's say a University of Princeton. This is hypothetical example. Let's say Princeton University has an e-learning program on how to build a cell phone. And you decide that you want to learn how to build cell phones. So you decide to invest in Princeton's University cell phone building online class. You invest in this online class, you learn how to build a cell phone. Now imagine Princeton saying, since you invested in this online class of ours on how to build a cell phone, I now am going to give you the rights to sell this online class and earn 100% of the profits. Do you understand me? This is called digital franchises. When you get a normal franchise that costs you a lot of money, when it comes to a digital e-learning franchise, because that's exactly what this is, it's cheaper than your cell phone. It's cheaper than your flat screen TV. To have your own online business, it's not even a franchise because you get to brand it yourself. But the model is the same. To ride an economic boom, you need the technology and you need the skills. There is a blueprint, a system, a reskilling program that comes with an automated system together. What is an automated system? An automated system uses automations and it's online. What is automations? Automations is like your DVR. Your DVR, you get the remote, you record a show, you schedule a show, and your DVR automatically records it for future purposes. That's one form of automations. So I want you to imagine having an online business that 90% of the work is done by this automated system. The automated system includes email automations, it has a funnel, most of the heavy hitting for your online business is done through automations. What does that mean? It means you don't have to call anyone. It means you don't have to DM anyone. It means you don't have to get on a Zoom call with anyone. It means you don't have to deal with rejection. Your automated system does most of the customer interaction. That's how you get a 2-hour workday. 2-hour workday. 2-hour workday. Daily cash flow and 100% profits. I'm going to repeat this. Having an automated system that's already built, that's a low one-time investment, allows you to have a 2-hour workday, to get your own online business in an industry that is booming, in which you earn 100% of the profits and you can get daily cash flow. Now, when I say daily cash flow, I mean $300 plus a day, $100 plus a day, $600 plus a day. And how are you earning money? You earn 100% of the money because you have the rights to resell the digital skill sets that you got. You have the rights to resell that program. So let's say that program costs $600. You sell it, you earn $600. It costs $300. Your customer buys it, you earn $300. This is a very simple situation. Anyone who wants to know how to do it, you go to my profile. My website is there. I want to make sure you emphasize this. You are basically going to get the rights to sell a digital reskilling program that's going to teach you 6-figure income earning skill set. So the same program that's going to give you 6-figure income earning skill sets in an industry that's booming, you're going to be allowed and taught to resell it so that you earn 100% of the money. Is this a scam? How's it a scam? You earn 100% of the profits. You're getting an education. How is an education a scam? Next, is this a pyramid scheme? Is this multi-level marketing? Is this cold calling? Is this affiliate marketing? Is this network marketing? I just said you earn 100% of the profits. If you earn all the money, how in the hell is this network, affiliate, or multi-level marketing? What is this? This is an online education that's teaching you digital 6-figure income earning skill sets in which you leverage social media, automations, and AI to earn an income. Now, if you already have a business and you want to learn how to attract your customers, you want to learn how to have a business without spending money on marketing and advertising, if you want to have a business where there's no inventory, there's no drop shipping, there's no guesswork, this is the skills I'm talking to you about. So when I told you you can get a 6-figure income earning skill set, this is an opportunity of a lifetime for a majority of y'all. Because some of you have never had a chance to get ahead. You didn't know how to get ahead, or no one would take a chance on you. Now you can take a chance on yourself. You can go after this money yourself because you're going to be taught step by step what you need to do to earn this money, get skills that last you for the future. And that is how you ride this current economic boom. We are in a digital economic boom. You need digital skills, and you can get these digital skills on your own. Now, what does this cost you? It's a one-time low investment. I want to repeat, low time, one investment. You get an automated system, and you get digital reskilled at the same time. It's a one-time investment of 100, 300, or 600. I'm going to repeat, one-time investment of 600, 300, or 100. Now, those are different price points because you have different goals. You have different objectives. Now, could I go into more detail? I could, but I'm not. Because anyone who's interested in daily cash flow, unlimited income earning potential, 2-hour work days, and earning 100% of the profits, working anywhere in the world, you will go to my profile, you will go to my website. You see, some of you want remote work, but you're still working for someone else. You have to get skills that get you on a different playing field in which you can earn more money. You see, I speak cash. I only speak cash. Some of you are trying to find a place to put your money safely. Cash is the safest place to be. So if you know how to earn cash and you know how to earn a lot of cash legally, legitimately, you don't have to play these games that are happening. I'm going to repeat. Some of you keep trying to put your money into Pinterest and Netflix when you know the stock market is uncertain. I'm trying to advocate for you to earn real, cold, hard cash. And if you never had an opportunity to earn $300 plus in one day off of a 2-hour workday, you might want to check out what I'm saying. If you've never seen $10,000 in your bank account off of 2-hour workdays, off of digital skills, leveraging social media without spending any money monthly, you might want to check it out. The only way you can earn 100% profits is because you have no business expenses. Typically, when you have a business, you have expenses. I want you to imagine having an online business that costs you no money. And when you get these skills, whether you're working or not, your automated system keeps working. So some of you trade time for dollars. You work 1 hour, you get paid for 1 hour. You work 16 hours, you get paid for 16 hours. I want you to imagine working 2 hours a day and having an automated system that is working for you 24/7 online. So whether you're asleep, whether you're sick, whether you're on a date, whether you are hanging out with your kids, whether you're shopping, whether you're on the airplane, or whether you turn your phone off, your online business, your automated system is always working on your behalf, whether you are working or not. And if you've never had a chance to have a business that's on autopilot and skill sets that teach you how to do this, this is how you're going to get ahead. If you are broke and you've been working in factories, driving for Uber, working 3-4 jobs, this is your chance to get ahead. It's simple. It's beginner friendly. It's step by step. The education's online. It's so simple, a 4-year-old can do this. So my question to you is as follows. Are you scared of success or are you scared of being broke? Some of you have more fear of being successful than you do as far as being broke. So this is the question I have. Are you scared of a 6-figure income earning skill set that will get you on the road to 6 figures? Or are you more scared of failure and you feel more comfortable being broke? You see, some of y'all like to daydream. You like to window shop. You like to imagine what if, but you're never going to do anything because you're scared of failing. If you're not scared of being broke, don't listen to me. Some of you are scared of going after a 6-figure income earning skill set and you're worried about making a fool of yourself. You already made a fool of yourself because you're broke. You're broke. Do you think being broke is a status symbol? Do you think being broke is some type of badge of honor? Because if being broke is not a status symbol, and if it's not a badge of honor, you shouldn't give a flying fluke if you make mistakes onto this 6-figure income. Listen to me. Some of you are worried about failing and making a fool out of yourself. Look at your bank account. Your bank account is already punking you. Your bank account is already punking you. So when you talk about, should I go after this? And I'm scared of failing. Your bank account already says it's a failure. So you have nothing to lose. And if you have nothing to lose because you don't have any money, put your ego to the side, get these skill sets and start changing your life. Listen to me because I'm gone in 30 seconds. Some of you are worried about going after a 6-figure income earning skill set because you're worried about embarrassing yourself. Have you seen your bank account? Have you seen your bank account? Don't you know you can't go any lower than broke? You can't go lower than broke. So if you can't go lower than broke, what is your problem? There's nothing wrong with going forward and failing and learning because at least you're taking action. So if you want to continue watching me, you got to get up off your ass. You got to take action because this one-time low investment is your key to getting you on the right path of money flow and generational prosperity. If you think about being embarrassed, go blog into your bank account. Have a long, hard talk with those zeros in your bank account. And if you can reconcile with those zeros, you do that. If you cannot reconcile with those zeros in your bank account, that means you have nothing to lose because you're already losing. And if you're already losing, sky is the limit. Thank you. Have a good night. I'll be back again tomorrow. Go to my profile. Go to my website. The information's there. You can afford it. There's a payment plan for U.S. people. Get this six-figure income earning skill set. Stop cleaning people's toilets. Stop bagging people's grocery. Stop driving people around, and stop taking shit and go get this money. Have a good night.